T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Coolest reptile podcast in the world, episode 442, Trap Talk Reptile Podcast. What is good? Welcome to the Monday night's New Breeder on the Block series here at the Trap Talk Reptile Podcast. Man, I'm your boy MJ. What is good, everyone? Hope everyone's having a great, glorious, and beautiful Monday. Good start to your week. If not, you're doing it right here for sure tonight. But if this is your first time hanging out with us and all the trappers, man, what is good? Do me a favor, smash that like button, all right? Hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell, select all. You'll be on top of every single podcast I drop here on this channel. I drop 3 podcasts a week on YouTube. You can also listen to Trap Talk Reptile Podcast on all the major audio platforms, Buzzsprout, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, all the major ones, all right? So wherever you listen to Trap Talk Reptile Podcast, I appreciate all the support, all the love. It's so amazing, all the love and support. And drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you like best. Let me know what you're learning. Give me some feedback. Thank you. All the love. You guys are amazing. Going to the top. Let's go. I do want to say shout out to US ARC. Please support US ARC. Very important. If you got reptiles, you must support US ARC. If you have no clue what US ARC is, I'm going to help you out with that. Go down to the second link in the description below where it says support US ARC. Click on it. Read up all about it and just become a member. The lowest membership tier is all that matters. Help us get those numbers up. Let's come together. And thank you for fighting, helping US ARC fight for our animal rights. Thank you for being on the same team. Love you guys. If you're looking for that exclusive content, if you want to get more out of what you see out of each podcast, if you want to just tap in and network with some of the best people in the reptile industry, hands down, then join the Trap Talk Patreon family. Very first link at the very top. Click that. Join the Trap Talk Patreon family. As soon as you join the Patreon family, you get a link to the Discord. That will tap you in with over 195 trappers in the Discord. All right. The IG group chat is popping. First and foremost, so I just want to say thank you, all my Patreon members. You guys are my heart. I love you guys so much. I really just, you know, we're going super hard this year. Trap Fest, it's gonna be ridiculous. All right, so be ready. You guys deserve it, and we're gonna kill it this year. Thank you so much again, and shout out to all the Patreon members, man. Tonight's episode, first and foremost, is brought to you by the one and only GS Reptiles. All right, this is for all my ball python people who are kicking a little bit of rocks in their backyard and they're like, I'm bored, all my stuff's clean and I feel like I'm not challenged. Well, there's a lot of other species of reptiles that you could really start to dabble in to really get you, get your brain motor going. You know what I'm saying? Like there's emerald tree boas, there's carpets, there's chondros. A lot of these species are worked by this man right here, Gary Shavino. She at GS Reptiles. On YouTube, you need to type in GS Reptiles, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and be on top of any piece of content that this man drops. All right. If you want to get more out of his YouTube info or his YouTube content, then just make sure you follow him on Instagram as well, because he does post a lot of stuff on Instagram. And just tap in and be ready, man. If you want to really consider working with another species, more than likely my man Gary Shavino has it. All right. So that's why it's important to follow him. But really take a dive with my man Gary, and you're going to learn a lot and you're going to have fun, man. So thank you so much, Gary, for your love and support. He also has ball pythons on the low. Not a lot of people know that, but he does have ball pythons. He's a pied guy. He works with the MJ Lightning Pied Project, from what I understand. Shout out to GS. That's my dog, man. Also, tonight's episode is brought to you by the big dog. Big dog. Other than Dallas. Big dog. Always evolving pythons. Miguel Garcia. Appreciate you so much, dog. It's my day one right here, straight up. And he is just so relevant. Just killing the game right now. Always been one of my favorite ball python players in the professional division, I want to say. So, and he's making his mark more and more. I think this year is going to be a crazy effing year for my man. And what's crazy is a lot of this stuff hatching out that he has going on right now came from last year. Just he had a really late year, but just don't miss any of this guy's stuff. I'm telling you right now. Go on IG, type in Always Evolving Pythons, follow him and also his YouTube channel. Go to MORPH Market, type in Always Evolving Pythons, type in Always Evolving Pythons wherever you can, social media wise. Follow this guy, be on top of it. And if you want to talk about making player moves, This is the guy right here. All right. So Miguel, Tina, Jesse, the entire AEP family, appreciate your love and support for going on 4 years now. You guys are my hot, man. Appreciate you so much. Hey, behind me, check it out. PVC built, Texas made, Focus Cube Habitats. All right. Shout to Steven, shout to Ashley, flexing Texas all day, every day, putting another order in for some different type of enclosures. I ain't going to give you too much, but be ready. It's going to go down. Everything in this room at some point in my life, if it ain't a rack, it's going to be Focus Cube. Straight up. Everything. Mark my words. They're the best. All right. And I only want the best. Steve and Ashley keep killing it. You guys are like literally the Louis Vuitton in the game. I swear to God. Nobody does it like these guys. If you're a little bougie like I am, then this is, dude, trust me. Go to Focus Cube Habitat, see what they're all about, and they're next level. All right. Shout out to the fam, man. Cannot wait to link up with them again in Texas. And I can't wait to link up with another player of mine. The player, Big E, Top G, Bill Arena in the building. What is good?
What up?
Wow, look at that energy. I love that. You almost hit me in the head with that.
We got Christa.
Dude, that's a homegirl.
Trap from the V unit.
I'm excited. And she's a female. You know, I always awesome. I like when we have girls because we need more girls. You know what I'm saying? Girls that could get down and breed. You know, girls that are relevant to the hobby, of course, right? And so super excited. But how you been, dog? What's going on, man? It's Monday. I feel like I haven't talked to you in a minute, even though we talk almost every day, but you know, I'm face to face. So what's good?
I'm good, man. Finally gonna get some rest this weekend. You know, started the year in Pomona, then went to Lakeland, then went to Orlando. Now we chilling this weekend. So
you just had another show? Yeah.
I skipped the 1-day show we're gonna have next week.
Dude, you're full on vendor lifestyle, bro. Like you're the Cubano Troy Schroeder.
Yeah, but I stay in state. Yeah, I gotta give him mad props.
Yeah. Eventually you'll be going that.
Yeah. That's the next tier of where we're going. You know.
Hey, let's talk about how exciting this segment's been, because if we think about it, anybody we bring on has such a great future in this industry. You know what I'm saying? Like and I know industry, hobby, a lot of people don't understand. This is a multi-billion-dollar fucking hobby that we're in. Okay, so I'm sorry, but I call it industry because let's motherfucking making money in this shit. So in a sense, it's an industry, but we love this shit. We love the animals, and so. But man, I want to ask your opinion, Emilio. How do you feel about these new breed on the block segments that I've been doing for I don't know how long now, but you've been a part of it pretty consistently now, and I want to get your feedback. And why don't you share with everyone on there and how you feel about this segment for new people who we bring on and we hand pick?
Well, I love it. I love to give them their just due for what they're doing and where they've, how far they've come. I was one of those people that came on the show. I was thrilled. I was so happy. So I can relate to how they feel, the jitters, being nervous, going on the show, Yeah, man, I love it. And we got to showcase who's coming,
Right. Because I mean, we would all love everyone to go to the top, and all that glorious stuff. But we look at behavioral type activity, we let people show us what they're doing for us to believe that they have it in them. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what this fucking segment's all about, is this people who just have such a great future in this hobby industry, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. And, for the most part, I've seen we bring on people that are not faking it.
Definitely not.
No radioactive grass in the background.
Think about somebody that New Breed on the Block put this guy on. He was already getting going, but my man Wiz created something that literally takes balls to create. You know what I mean? But this guy right here started something that is so positively influential for anyone who's just coming to the game and wants to chop it up about ball pythons or whatever the fuck. It's my dog right here, man. Shout out to Wiz, the Wiz clan, anyone out there who's relevant, anyone out there who's positive, really gaining fucking traction out there with anybody who wants to be in this game, man, because it's a fun game to be in.
One more thing that I wanted to bring up.
Sure.
It's okay to share a couple posts or a couple reels of other people's stuff, but when your whole page has turned into you sharing someone else's stuff,
Oh, why are you gonna get into that, bro? Let's bring.
I'm not. I'm just saying it's fucking weak, man. Fucking weak.
Well, okay. I want to. Okay.
Weak.
But listen, I'm glad you did bring that up because that is a little spicy topic. We're gonna put that on the shelf, and we're gonna take it off the shelf later on with Christa because we need a female's point of view. We got to include the women. You know what I mean?
Right.
So. And guys, listen, I see everyone in the live chats. I see Big Keys. I see all the family. Shout to everyone in the live chats. We're going to get this shit going because we've already wasted enough of Chris's time right now. So do us a favor in the fucking live chats. Get the likes up. And if you think that this girl earns any sort of a super chat or anything, drop that super chat for Christa and let's get this shit going, all right? But enough is enough. You ready to get this girl cracking in this episode or what's good?
Let's go.
All right, guys. I'm excited because first and foremost, my room's not flooded anymore. Woo! Let's go. I'm safe. Hey, shout out to my wife, by the way. My wife came through. Anyways, we'll talk about it a bit, and we're just gonna do this. Episode 442. If you make sure that you got your mind right and you stay hydrated, you're gonna have a good time. New breed on the block. Christa from Neuro-Fi Exotics coming at you right now. Let's go. Cheers.
Good.
You ready for do more in the future? Trap Talk podcasts?
Yes.
Man.
Only Trap Talk. Exclusive.
Yes.
Exclusive. Oh.
So stop calling us.
Rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the crop, God love it or not. I'm hot from the hop to the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with everybody, we do it. Everybody, we do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up.
And we're live, episode 442. Christa, what's good?
What's up? How you guys doing?
Want to know why I'm so stoked?
Why?
Because without me having to even diss that sunset photo in the background, it's already crooked. It's already falling. Sunset is going down. Look at that picture. It's like this. Isn't it going down? It's
No, it's because my wall is like at an angle. I don't know. It's not crooked. It's
Much
fine.
love, Christa. I got that in my snake room too. Okay.
I'm gonna put it in a frame eventually.
I'm gonna have to send one to MJ.
Yes.
I'm good. Thank you.
Sign it.
No, I'm just kidding. Christa, how you doing? Happy New Breed on the Block Day for you. I'm so excited. How you feeling?
Oh, I'm so excited. Thank you so much for having me on. I've been watching this podcast since last summer. I've learned a lot. So it's a real honor. And thank you for everybody who's showed up tonight to listen in. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I mean, I want to say, I just met you late last year or something like that. And I noticed you're, part of the V Unit family as well.
Mm-hmm.
So how's it been? I mean, like, because you came in at a, kind of a shaky time, right? Like you're kind of, this is a great episode because I want to hear from someone who's just building things, but then hearing people like myself say, like, people are slashing their prices and people are doing desperate things. So dude, let's get to that. Like, how's it feel? Like, let's go.
It's pretty overwhelming. I mean, first when you're jumping in, knowing which projects, I know you want to produce stuff you like, but also if you're looking at it from the business aspect, take into account the market and what that's doing. And it's kind of nuts to see stuff fall so fast. From dreamsicles, you see those for $500. Clown pie, is gone way down. So it's just interesting to see that from joining in, and then just seeing that in the summer kind of do that. So, but that's the way it is right now, I think. So
yeah, I mean, because nobody really, I mean, Emilio's seen many dips and changes in the market, right? But when you just come in, you don't really know where things are at, and you're just like, hey, what's going on? And if you're listening, like you've been doing, like one thing I love about you, Christa, like even in the chats, if there's something that I'm not even questioning or saying right, like you remember me saying it on the podcast, and you could go and clip that and say, this is how you felt then. I'm like, wow, like, you know what I'm saying? So that, like, I don't know, that has to be game changing by itself right there. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, like, what has been your strategy, or what has been like the comfortable business decision right now buying snakes with everything how it is?
A lot of it's joining these groups and just learning from other people, I think, is a huge part of it. I'm somebody that always grew up, my dad always told me, know what you don't know. And so coming into this, not kind of acting like you know everything. And so learning from other people who have been in the hobby for a long time, what their kind of insight is, but also kind of following what you want as a person too, has kind of been my strategy. So I've joined, your guys' groups. I'm in a lot of the Patreon groups where I learn from, watching podcasts constantly. It's all every night of the week. I think I'm watching something, just learning something from each day and kind of taking that into account. Oh, there it is. Yep.
There it is.
Yeah.
First one of the night.
Something that I think MJ's heard me say a lot, and all of you in the V unit, and sometimes in the trap as well, is what I'd like for all of you to do is take a little bit from everybody, and then blend your own way forward by what you've learned from every group. Every group is going to teach you something invaluable.
Yes, I found that too.
And to add on that too, like there's going to be some point where your experience is going to tell you what you should do. Like, like everything that everyone tells you, you're like, okay, for the most part, everyone gives you the same advice. Like you have a little bit of like, okay, he does this differently here, which is natural. There's a million ways to do one thing right. But once and like for instance, one of the biggest things we talk about is like people sending pics of like, hey, did she ovulate? And it's like, bro, no, not yet. But God bless, because that was me. And I told you, like, I was misled for the first year. So, but after how many times have I seen an ovulation? Do I know an ovulation now? There's no second guessing an ovulation, even when there's times like Emilio, to break down, Emilio, how a snake, even after it ovulates, there's certain positions of the body that tells you she's gravid and her behavior and where she's like, I'm just saying there's a lot more than just like eyeing an ovulation that goes into it. You just start to see behavioral things that just make sense of what's happening to that animal. But you can't teach yourself that in the first year, bro. Like that takes a long time to get it to that point, because you have to obsess over it. And it seems like you're obsessing over it, Christa. So
yeah, and in time you figure out every step. Now with, if you have an ultrasound, it helps you. But I would tell people out there to learn the visuals as well, because it's great. That way you don't have to just use the ultrasound all the time. What's happening. I don't remember the last time I counted anything. I know what's happening visually. I see it. I don't count days to ovulation. I don't do any of that stuff.
So, okay, let's kind of talk about how you feel things are going with what you're building, and let's kind of dive into what the projects are. And if you want to start like with what brought you into the begin with, and we're gonna also get into like, because you're a born animal lover, right? So there's sort of relations with you and animals, which we'll get to. But let's talk about that project that kind of made you say, dude, this is it for me with ball pythons.
Probably was the Dreamsicle project, that lavender albino. I remember, and I had gotten my first ball python before I had seen them, but I saw it at St. Louis, the NRBC there. I was walking around. I think it was the cinnamon lavender specifically, or just had those yellow rings on it. And I was like, this is just crazy, and how it contrasted with the white. So that project really kind of got me sort of interested into it. Yeah.
And dare I ask whose, or was it like a wide range of lavender? And I'm sorry, we'll get to that right now, Amelia. Like, was it a certain project of lavender that you were looking at that just threw you off? Because, you have people like Justin and Billy, and I don't know who else has lavender at that level. I mean, those are two guys that stand out to me when it comes to lavender.
Yeah. Not any. I mean, Justin, I think with the dreamsicles is just crazy. So that's why I kind of went into a dreamsicle, and then I have a clown dreamsicle pied girl that I'm growing up too. So I'm gonna add the grail and kind of the clown into the project too, long term. So that's my plan for that.
Big E.
But by the way, I wanted to remind everyone out there, dreamsicles have been worked for 17 years.
Why?
Okay.
Was they thought it's more of a newer thing or no?
No. I'm just saying it's still fucking hot. 17 years later.
That's cool.
Okay. So I think it was last week's Netflix or something. Some post Justin did. He reminded everybody that this project's been worked for 17 years.
Yeah. And then think about Emilio, think about when you, because you have yellow belly obviously in your project somewhere, right? I'm sure, Emilio.
Yeah.
So think about at a time when you had to ID yellow belly, if you had Justin's video now to go back to and look at, because this will literally helps you tell you what to look at when it comes to finding certain things, and that has to be game changing for I mean, obviously all of us, but I mean that right there is like crazy Cliff Note City for trying to figure out where to look and what you want to do with like yellow belly and whatnot. And I know you talked about dreamsicle being that catcher for you, but obviously you need that codom to make any recessive kind of be at that respectable level, I feel like. And I want to know how you feel about like certain genes like yellow belly or maybe other genes that are like that could be difficult to ID in a lot of snakes. Like do you feel like you're okay taking on those projects, or do you kind of stay away from certain stuff? Like, and I know there's a lot of yellow belly lovers out there. I'm one of them, but I'm just using yellow belly as an example, right? Because yellow belly could be tricky at times to ID. So I want to hear from you. Is there what's your thought on that?
I mean, it's part of them. I do have a lot of them with yellow belly in them. So, but I think with the shed testing now, that helps quite a bit. I mean, do I want to shed test every single animal? No, but yeah. So I think that is a big
RGI, rare genetic ink. Sorry, go ahead.
But no, yeah, I think that helps part of it, knowing that's a struggle, and also like having help from other people who have been in the projects too, sending them pictures, seeing what they think. So that's my kind of take on it. Just knowing that is a possibility, and maybe trying to think of other gene combinations that you can add into it that maybe make it easier to ID. Like maybe some of the dark stuff, not sure, but.
I mean, it all depends on where you're going with the stuff. If you're going over 3 genes, there's a lot of stuff you might have to test. It's not only yellow belly. So,
yeah. Okay, but okay. And RGI, you're my fam. I love you, right? But let's kind of talk about, like, it's almost like ultrasounding, right? Sure, if you get an ultrasound, it's going to tell you what's happening, and it's good to know, but also it's kind of fun to find out, and just depending what kind of person you are. With the shed testing, it's just like, it can just, like, let's say you want to test everything, you kind of get like fucking tedious, Yeah. And it kind of goes to like, and I love Clutch, right? Shout out to Clutch. But can I convince Tom Crutchfield to do Clutch or do Clutch, or something like that, or like teach? And no, shout out to Tom. I'm just saying, I'm just using like an OG, like, use this app, when he's like, fuck that shit. I already know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So, do you have plans, Christa, just like test everything and that's going to be like your strategy, or how do you feel about like taking advantage of this new technology that's out?
Yeah, I'm going to take advantage of it. I'm not going to test everything. A lot of the projects I have codoms and stuff, but a lot of it's the multi-recessive. So it's going to be kind of my game plan for the first couple years is getting those hets and then eventually bringing them together too. So my thing is that let's say you get to the point and you're working these double, triple recessives in like the future, right? Obviously, you got your holdbacks, which isn't that much out of the clutch, and the rest needs to go, I would assume, right? But let's say you have a shit ton of these 66% hets. I mean, I'm like, man, like, because we're talking a huge price difference, aren't like versus like POS het to 100% het. Correct me if I'm wrong, Emilio, if you want to drop in on that.
Yeah, in my view, going forward, I think every possible het is, if you want to sell it for that extra premium that you used to get with POS hets, you're gonna have to test it. Bottom line,
Yeah.
There's
I
no
agree.
way around it.
And I'm also trying to set up my pairings where I don't have pos hets. I'm trying to do it where I know it's for sure. Most of them, not all of them, but some of them.
Yeah, but I mean, like at some point you're gonna run into it.
Correct. Yeah.
Yep.
Correct. So yeah, just test them for sure. Mm-hmm.
Like for me, there's things I don't need to test, but for me to sell a pos het monsoon male, I'm gonna have to test it. Bottom line, I'm not gonna give away that animal to the pet trade just not to test it. That'd be stupid, you know.
I mean, you got idiots that pass on 100% het. So what do you think they're gonna do on a pos het? For sure, you ain't gonna sell that snake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless you're giving it away. Unless you're doing a buy one get one free. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's why it's like, you know, it's smart that your strategy is to only make 100% hets and ride that wave as long as you can.
Yeah.
That way testing one or two clutches, whatever, won't be such a like burden.
Correct.
But that said, Christa, at the end of the day, even the big dogs are producing pos hets from all their pairings. So you know, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'll happen eventually. Mm-hmm.
So can we kind of talk about what first and foremost, what do you do for a living, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, I'm a veterinarian actually. I graduated back in 2021 and now I'm specializing in research specifically. So I'm doing a PhD now in cancer research. So that's what I do for work.
Hard. Now, for how long have you been doing that? Like how long have you been out of school? Like what's like, you know, because I know it's a lot to get to that point. So where you know, where you at?
Yes, I feel like I've been in school forever, so I'm really excited to be done with PhDs. So yeah, I started vet school in 2017. Yeah, I graduated in 2021. Then I moved out here to Missouri in 2021, and then I've been doing the PhD since that. So I probably have 2 or 3 more years of that, and I'm hopefully done.
And so Missouri, like I always think of Dave when I think of Missouri because my boy Dave Levison lives out there, but he always tells me how like rural and like in the sticks it is, you know. And is that kind of where you're at? Are you kind of in the sticks or?
I'm in Columbia, which is a small college town, so I don't really see the sticks that much. Like I'm 2 hours from St. Louis, 2 hours from Kansas City, so it's a little bit of a drive to get to the bigger cities. But there's a lot of stuff to do here in a college town. So
where you guys eat at?
Where do we eat at?
Like, okay, if me and Milo were to pull up, and especially if he just smoked a dab, right? And we want to eat, you know?
Yeah.
Where would you take us?
Where would you take us? Where would you take us to eat?
One of my favorites called Flyover. It's kind of like more American kind of cuisine, but they have unique dishes every single week. Like I've never tried the catfish, but they got catfish and they got different American stuff, and they bring it out to you, and so you kind of share it with the whole table, and it's a pretty nice restaurant. So it's one of my favorites.
Damn,
I like catfish.
Yeah. I never had catfish. And I've heard like, especially on Instagram, and you just see people eating it a lot more often. Yeah. It looks bomb, but
fried breaded catfish is good.
Yeah. Anything fried breaded should be good, you would think, but we'll find out. Who knows?
Yeah, it tastes good.
But one of the biggest things, obviously, like I just talked about, my fucking trap got flooded. It didn't stop me from doing this, of course, not even a little bit, but man, weather can really throw some curveballs at you sometimes. And I'm really like, okay, that's my wife helped me be on top of all this shit. So thankfully we were. It could have been a lot worse. Now we know what to do to fix whatever the fuck happened with this flood that we don't get a lot. For you, has it been hard kind of adjusting to either, you know, your room getting a certain temperature or hot spots or cooking them too hot? You know, what all that? Like, let's talk about some of the learning curves through getting your room dialed in.
Yeah. It's not been too terrible where I'm at. It's insulated pretty well. It keeps pretty warm. I get the hot spots and the cool spots okay, and they seem to be doing pretty well. A lot of it I've learned is not getting them like too hot from some of these podcasts, like kind of keeping the females like a little bit cooler, the kind of mid to high 80s instead of, you know, the 90s. Same thing for the males that I've heard on some of the podcasts. So that's where I've kind of been keeping stuff. It's in those upper, I guess, mid 80s, 87, 88, and they seem pretty comfortable with that.
Real quick, what happened to you today is an example of what we preach in the chats, right?
Yeah.
This was a new experience for you. It's a new home. This was unexpected. So this was a learning experience, and that's what we talk about in chat. Everyone that is just starting out is going to learn new things every day.
Yeah, and that's why, like, man, okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, I had such a crazy. I mean, I normally have mood swings, you know, God bless me, but I'm just saying this right here. I'll tell you what, because I went from my wife saying, check your room, I think shit's going down, and my heart panicked. What I saw, I was like, whoa. Okay, you want to know something worse? So I get into, Emilio's been in my room, so he gets it, right? So Emilio, imagine walking in through the kitchen like you do into the trap, right? And then you know that door that goes to the outside, right? I saw water coming in, and my head just thought, okay, it's flowing in. I can't just be that crazy, right? As soon as I open up that door, bro, I'm talking like 2 foot of water just went and just gushed inside the trap. And like I shut the trap done, like shut it. And then that's when like my heart started panicking. But I was like, luckily my wife's mom was here. She's like, you got to go dig trenches. And I have shovels. So instantly I just ran out there. And so like about 15 minutes in, I was having the time of my life. I was like, you know what? It's going to be okay. Like I figured out what it is that's causing this water, which I'll get to that in a bit. But it went from like, all right, don't panic. And like, wow, I'm really embracing the fact that I saved my room from fucking really getting to the point of flooding where, dude, electrical shit could have went down. Like it could have went really bad. And the biggest thing is I figured out what it was that was causing that. And so what I'm trying to say is no matter what it is you fuck up on, just be so excited if you figured out what it was you fucked on. Like you gotta find out what that mistake was and just never repeat it. Because there's just some history that should never repeat itself, right? And just mistakes in this game, one bad mistake could wipe everything out, you know. And my buddy Andrew Acevedo, he always told me like he would come over to my house and say, man, like he would see myself grow and like just be happy with everything you have right now. Like look around and just enjoy that it's alive, because tomorrow, whatever, you just fucking never know. You know what I'm saying? It's so you just gotta be ready, man. And when shit happens, figure that shit out. You know, you have to, you know, if it's going to cost money, figure it out. Like this shit ain't cheap, you know? And so anyways, yeah, it's like, it's crazy, huh, Emilio, how much we preach. And then sometimes, and then we're the ones like, then we see like, that's like, no, it doesn't matter how many years you've been into this shit. Something could happen to humble your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Shit's always going to happen.
Yeah. So but it builds the character within you. And like I said, I hope I don't get pneumonia or sick or anything, but dude, I was in there in the rain shoveling and like having the time of my life. You know, I was like, this is, you know, thank God it just wasn't that bad. So, but like no disasters, huh? No horror stories for you, Christa, yet since you've been in it? Just curious.
No, not really, not yet. I'll probably plan on getting a generator later this year. Like I haven't had any issues with that, but that's something where I could see that happening since we do get crazy weather occasionally. So I'll invest in that this year for sure.
A lot of people don't understand. Like you build a reptile collection, but something weather-wise could happen where you need a generator.
Yeah,
man. And I don't know, like it's obviously like if you're in the temperatures, like a lot of people in the country that's super cold, generator would be something you would want, right? But for the most part, like where I'm at, I would only want a generator to really help my incubate. Like if I had eggs cooking, you know, like that, that would be my biggest thing. And I do have one. So, and Emilio, you have a generator, right?
I don't right now.
When you're in Florida, I mean, but Florida should still need one though, because you guys lose power every now and again, right?
It usually comes back pretty fast. I've been debating the generator or maybe a complete, solar system for the solar power. We'll see. But if the power goes out, the solar is not going to work. You still need power to be on. Well, if you have a backup battery system, it could work. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, it's just expensive. But a real big generator that could run the whole house is super expensive as well.
Fuck yeah. Bill Stiegel has 2 of them, and I think they were each like $14K or something.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah, so
dude,
we'll see.
It's crazy, but like, you're better off thinking about okay, because Christa, like we're all thinking longevity here, right? Like we're all in this for the long run, I would hope. Like, and I get things happen, but no, like if I bring someone on this show, I look at them like, man, we're doing this forever, right? So a lot of this is just for people who could really use this information down the road. You buy a new home, or if life's good or whatever, and you're building your reptile collection, we'll start implementing the important things like, eliminating risk, especially if you're in like the snow, like that's, or Texas, like even Texas, dude, Texas isn't even safe weather-wise. Like they're not. And you would think Texas, like anything goes there, as far as like, not having to worry. But no, they got shit can go down in Texas too. So damn careful. But where are we at as far as you pairing snakes up? Let's get to that.
Well, real quick.
Okay, sorry.
She also does Leos. She has some Leo experience.
Oh yeah.
Add some Leos.
What are Leos?
Leopard geckos.
Leopard geckos.
We're not getting to another species yet.
No, I'm just saying she's done that part. She's vended that part. So she is accomplished, Just wanted to bring that up.
He literally spoiled a whole topic I had set up in like he's Emilio though. He's like, what am I gonna do? I don't want to get beta choked. It's either this or this. I want this. Don't touch him.
I gave a glimpse of what's coming.
I didn't even know what I was gonna fucking say now. I went like my mind was like.
No, she was going. You were asking her about ball python pairings.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there was something I was gonna segue into something else, and now I'm just okay. Leopard geckos, Leos. That was something way before the ball pythons, or like breeding was something established with them before ball pythons, right?
Not really. I started those last year. Last year was my very first year breeding leopard geckos. I produced.
Oh, cool.
I do the tangerines right now, so the really bright orange ones. Produce 20, 25 babies, and I've sold pretty much almost all of them. So I'll do that again this year. It's been a lot of fun. I mean, they're kind of quicker, they're faster, a little easier. So I felt like it, and I really like it. So I felt like it kind of got me. Oh no, did I lose you? Oh no. Oh, I'm back. Oh, it's kind of okay. But they're quick, they're easy. So kind of getting into the industry kind of that way was what I kind of wanted to do with them. Get my experience with vending, kind of building a brand a little bit with that before also getting into the ball pythons. So that was kind of my little bit rationale with that. And I really like them as a species. So.
And how quick was it to kind of like, get the learning curve on those? And was it kind of the same thing like you're doing now, like with the leopards, like you were like super researching and then finding out who was breeding what and whatnot?
Yep. So that's what I kind of did. And I bought some proven girls, bought a couple proven males, and then just started. So yeah, I hatched my first ones beginning of September. Yeah. So.
And easy to sell, huh?
For the most part, surprisingly. I didn't know, it was my first time, so I was like, how is this gonna go? But it comes in waves. I've seen like some weeks, not much, and then over this past weekend I was getting 4 or 5 inquiries over the weekend on them, selling them. So and then I vended my first show last month, sold quite a few, and I have another one coming up this weekend, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so far so good.
Anything you want to finish on the leopard geckos, Emilio?
No, I like that. I like that she got a little taste of vending and with another species. That's cool, man.
100%. I mean, you're very smart of you, right? Because a lot of people have to wait only because ball python game and almost anything there's waiting involved.
Yeah.
But with the leopards, it's quicker. You can get to what you want to accomplish a lot quicker with the leopard geckos. But like, let's just say a ball python person waits 4 or 5 years before they vend their first show. All right, on an average, it's nerve-wracking. I don't give a fuck who you are. Even me, like I've had this podcast, I think, for over 3 years before I vended my first show, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like, and I'm good at sales. Like, I know what I'm saying. But it's just like, and mainly what it was for me, I forgot a lot of things. Like I would look at Matthew Summers' goddamn table and be like, oh my God, I forgot hand sanitizer. How can I forget hand sanitizer? Or like certain things that, you wish you had that you forgot. Right. And for you, like, let's talk about what that's been like. You feel like you had a little bit of the same jitters at first, or did you go right into that shit just like killing it? Like, let's talk about you and vending.
Yeah, I had a few jitters. I watched a lot of YouTube videos on people vending, so like what forgot, what kind of list. So I kind of had a list already, made checklists, made sure I had everything. The show that I did is like 10 minutes from me, so if anything, I just come back home and get her something and go back or whatever. My boyfriend helped me vend too, so that was a big help, having somebody else there to kind of help run.
What's your boyfriend's
name? His name's Jamar.
Jamar, shout out to Jamar. You're a real one.
Yeah. He is, yeah. He got me into the breeding, encouraged me to do it. So
damn, another point for Jamar.
Yeah, so
hard. And we're okay. Let's talk about that. So you have another significant other of yours who is kind of on board with what you're doing, but how much is he really involved with what you want to do with projects and investments? Do you guys talk about everything, or is he just like, go do your thing, have fun? And we're like, how's it work?
Yeah, it's kind of the green light, I guess. I mean,
wow, I love it.
He came with me to Justin's facility back in November. So he got to see that on that type of a level. And so that kind of gotten him excited. So he has his own little Wookiee project he has that he's going to do. So thanks, Chase.
Shout out to Chase.
Yeah, I talk to him almost every day.
I've seen that name before. He's been around for a minute, huh?
Yeah, he does leopard geckos too, and he's getting into ball pythons. Yeah, so.
Wow, all right. Welcome to the dark side, as Amelia would say if he were to meet you. All right. Cool.
Yeah, green light. So he lets me do kind of whatever I want to do, which is nice. I didn't have that support before, so I mean, I think that's really important. I mean, it's almost needed. I think to.
Yeah, I mean, having a supportive partner is.
It's everything. But
it's not everything. I mean, I'm sorry. It's just not realistic for a lot of people. Like, and it's unfortunate because, well, it's kind of like, man, it sucks that you don't have a sink inside your collection. It sucks you have to and that's just the way it is, right? There's just some people out there where their other half hates snakes, hates reptiles, or just hates whatever it is that they're doing just because they're like that. Like, there's just certain scenarios, God bless them, where they're just like, fuck, man, like, it sucks not having support on the other half. And it's not, I mean, and when I say support, just saying, do your thing, have fun, sweetheart, is like all the support we need. Like, just, you know what I mean? But it is totally different when someone else is like geeking out with you and it's like, yo, like, you know what I mean? It's game changing. So anyways, go on.
No, yeah. He goes to the shows with me. He's learning more about the genes and everything. So it's fun. My ex or whatever, he didn't like amphibians or reptiles at all. Wouldn't even go into pet store with them. I could not have a reptile. I could not have
trash
or anything.
That guy is trash.
Well, I mean, it was either him or snakes. So what did I do?
Yeah, shoot his ass. This is why I like Christa.
It just made me so much happier. So you just have to kind of do that.
That fool's an L7 weenie that you let go. So I'm glad. I don't know who he is, but I'm glad he's gone.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, so that's awesome. Yeah, but you understand how that goes then when you're like want to pursue something, but you have, and this is a positive thing, like think about someone out there having the nerve to say that what we do isn't like a normalized thing. Isn't that fucking crazy? Because if anything, this is becoming probably one of the most normalized hobbies I've probably seen transition to so many outsiders coming in, and I don't know how many years, and I mean, I could totally see in the 90s when this was like underground, right? And everyone had long hair and ripped jeans and fucking, that was a scary moment. Like, I remember like those were a lot of snake people. But dude, let's be real. Celebrities, it's all over the news. Like Kim Kardashian, she ain't gonna fuck with nothing nasty. Like, bro, and I think it's only the beginning. I think reptiles is gonna continue to grow and more people, content creators, dude, people are gonna run out of content and they're gonna need animals. And hopefully that person who's providing the animals for that content creator is doing the right by the animals. And I think that's where God bless, you know what I mean? Okay.
It's in all our blood to raise animals.
Right.
Ever since the beginning of time.
Ooh.
We've been passionate about raising animals and breeding animals. And, look at dogs, like for how many years, thousands of years. I mean, think about what we've done. I mean, it's very normal to love and want to raise animals.
Okay. Gonna kind of, since Emilio fucking jumped around with topics and took topic number 7 to topic number 3, I'm gonna do the same. Okay. So now my turn. Because this just so happened to not be what I'm about to say. It's just the stars align on certain topics. And a certain topic that we want to include you on is, okay. And again, Emilio, we've had this conversation. Christa, you've had this conversation in the chats with the family, all right? Certain people out there who build a certain following based off posting other people's stuff, right?
Right.
I'm not gonna lie, I get irritated with that, all right? But what irritates me the fucking most is when somebody does it without giving the other person either the acknowledgement, like, hey, hey, like, okay, fuck it. Let's just say you even got permission. Like, just tag the account. You know what I mean? Right. That's just me. That's just, if you're gonna go that route. And I'm gonna shout out someone right now, my boy Mark Hager, one of the sponsors, Texas Chondros. Think about that name, Texas Chondros, right? What he does, and it annoys me because he loves me and he loves some of my stuff, but he won't put no photos of anyone else's on his account. But unless you're from Texas, he only puts on Texas Chondro breeders on, and it's fucking. I respect it because he's been doing it for years. But guess what? He tags the account. He lets the people know who it is, and it's progressive. Like, he grows, they grow. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Lately in the ball python game, and not that it's lately been happening, let's be real, there's fucking how many accounts out there people do this? Like, they just, okay, this is not your snake, but you're gonna post it anyways. I've seen it a lot, right? But I don't come across people I meet doing it. All right. And I gotta tell you, whoever does it doesn't mean they're a bad person. I don't think so, because there's a person in the building right now who, and like I said, this isn't because he just dropped $100. This is sick as fuck. Thank you so much to the homie Sloan. I'm a homie of Sloan's. He's a homie of Sloan's. We met him at Pomona. Okay. But Christa, what's your, like, does it bother you, Christa, if someone posted someone else's work, like, regardless of the tag or not, or like you being someone new, or anything, like, what, you know, and let's think about it. Let's say one of your snakes or something like that was on his account, and he asked you about it or whatever. How do you feel about it? Then I want to get to Emilio so we can get a little back and forth with him too. So let's have you go first. And hey, again, shout to Sloan from Sloan Morphs. Please give him a follow. That's a homie right there.
So, I mean, as someone who's new in it, I kind of see that side of it, because you're trying to get content, right? Whether that's the way to go about it, that's that person's decision. Maybe they should be a little more creative and, you know, try to incorporate what they have. But I get that, as you're new and maybe you don't have many snakes, but you're trying to, you know, build a following. So I kind of get that part of it. But I think it's really, really important to at least tag the person and not give off the persona that you're the one who put in all the work, time, and effort to create that animal. So I think that is the most important part, is letting other people know who did the work behind this and give credit. I don't know why that's so difficult. I don't understand why. I don't know why people wouldn't do that. I'd be interested to hear their side of it or whatever. But it's easy. You just put @ and then, like, you know, be transparent about it.
Chris is walking people step by step on how to tag people. That's nuts. Okay, but Emilio, how do you how does this sit for you and whatnot?
Listen, these guys are amazing. There's a couple of these guys that are doing this that do not need to do this. Okay, they are amazing. They have an amazing future in the game.
Oh, what's wrong with his internet? Is that me?
I don't know. I think it's him. He's freezing up for me too.
Would say is have
Dude,
patience.
you're glitching. Okay? Emilio, are you okay?
Good things are coming.
Oh man, damn! It sucks because his point is getting demolished. No, are you there?
If you deliberately post an animal that's not yours, with
Emilio, I'm gonna kick you. We can't do this. We can't do this. I'm gonna kick you. Come right back in. Come right back in. I did. Come on. He's not gonna get his point across.
No, it's important.
It was like,
yeah.
Damn.
Can't fly.
Yeah. Sorry. I don't know what's going on with that. And he normally has great internet, but
Yeah, I do too. Usually. Yeah.
No, but I don't know. It's like you said, perception's everything, right? If I was new, I'm coming across and I look at something, it's easy for me just to hit follow because I just look at what's on your account and I say, man, this fool has sick shit. And but me, like, I pay attention to detail. Like, I know whose hand that is, or I know whose rack that is. And so, but I also think, like, okay, like, I mean, I don't know. Within me, like, I feel like I got so much going on where I'm like, I don't have a big deal with it. Like, dude, if that's what you want to do, then go ahead, bro. Like I said, I met because plenty of people do this, and a lot of people are just, I mean, there's a lot of boo-foo fucking fake accounts that just rip everyone's pictures off, but a lot of people do it to gain clout and whatnot. But they're not, whoever the fuck does it, let them do it for what they want to do it. They ain't a bad person. And I'll tell you what, this dude Sloan's a really cool guy. I met him before.
Yeah, I met him, Justin's. Sure, yeah.
You good, Emilio?
What did you last hear?
Oh my God, I don't know. You tell me, Christa. What'd you hear? It was all choppy, dog.
I can't. Yeah, you gotta repeat the whole thing.
Go start from the top, bro.
These guys that are doing this, some of them, they're amazing. They have amazing futures. They're charismatic. Have patience. If you are deliberately misleading people into thinking you hit these animals and they figure out that you did not, it's kind of a letdown. They're like, oh, really? What the fuck? So also, if you're getting comments on these reels asking you if you hit the animals and you're deleting the comments, you're deliberately misleading. I don't know. That's weak as fuck. Sorry.
Yeah.
Damn.
I get that.
Well, so where do we go from here? Damn.
Much love, y'all.
That was
I
great.
don't mean no disrespect.
No, it's all. Listen,
I get it. There's both sides to it, I think, and it's. But yeah, yeah, you got to give credit, I think, where it's due.
and I just think at the end of the day, why wouldn't you want to just put someone else on by just letting people know what's good? I don't know. Like I know there's a lot of other things out there that really bother me as far as why people are here, and that guy doesn't bother me at all. Like, I mean, just saying, Sloan is a good guy.
Also, people, stop filtering pics, please. Thank you.
Okay, hold on. Let's get to that. Holy shit. Okay, guys, you're fooling nobody out there with your fucking filtered photos. All right, and go ahead and go check my stuff out. I dare you. Nothing's filtered. But I gotta tell you, why? I'm. And Christa,
The animals are amazing. Stop it.
Like I don't know. Like I don't know why. And you know what's crazy? Even I played around with it a little bit, just seeing the difference. And I'm like, you could just see scalation and quality in the animal that you can't see if you mimic it over a filter.
Mm-hmm.
And I just rather it, like, I don't know. Like, okay, filters bother me. I'm going to tell you right now, that's one thing that definitely gets under my skin is if you go to a page that's based off filters. And I'm talking about even the ones that have fucking purple, like okay, maybe they're full, and maybe the clueless ones, right? But I'm just saying, like, you're turning your green tree python neon purple, like what the fuck? Like, that's misleading first and foremost, because you don't make that. There's no such thing, you know. That's fairy tale shit right there.
Pink snake, right?
Yeah. I don't know, like. Okay, let's talk about camera quality in general. Like someone just taking a good picture of a fucking snake. I feel like a lot of people struggle with that.
Yeah, it's hard. I struggle with it.
Hey, putting your feet in the pits. Why do people do that?
That's the old school one. Christa, what do you think about seeing feet in the pit? You know, a big ass foot under the snake. That's one thing I've told everybody in the group. Ensure that there's no big ass foot under the snake.
You know, if there is, at least make sure it's like manicured and stuff, you know, maybe. But yeah, prefer no feet, but hey, if it's in there, you know, trim the nails, put some nail polish in there, you know.
I've literally taken outstanding photos and accidentally got like a toe in there. I go, fuck, it's ruined. And I just literally retake it because a lot of it I share with you guys, right? And the one thing I'm not going to do to you guys, especially at 6 a.m., is show you a photo of my fucking foot, my Neanderthal foot. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, at least there's not like a dirty sock or a fucking laundry next to my goddamn, like at least you're looking at clean floor. Motherfuckers got their feet in there. They have a cigarette butt on the floor. They have fucking like nasty stuff in the background. Like people don't think that other people are paying attention to the shit like that.
Yeah.
I see all that shit.
Or old poop and then closure. That drives me nuts.
Whoa, let's get to that.
I've not seen a ton of that, but I've seen them just like, why?
Water.
I ain't taking
no water.
I ain't taking shots at no big dogs, or I don't want to say big dogs, but maybe guys who work out a lot and keep snakes. But I saw a photo in the family in the group chat of someone posting their boa constrictor that just had a fresh shed, but it had like 2-3 fucking like 4 or 5 month old shits next to it that were like, it had fuzzy white all over it. And it was like, bro, I was like, how difficult is it, especially at that stage where it's dry, just to take that shit and throw it away? Like,
in the chat?
Dude, you didn't see that?
No.
You want me to say who it was? Fuck it.
They deserve it.
Columbo. What is, did I say his name right? Fucking Palumbo. Isn't that his name?
Who's that?
He like works out. He's in the fitness industry. Dave something. I'm probably fucking up his last name. You know who he is. You're playing stupid right now. Somebody say in the chat who I'm talking about. I guarantee someone knows who I'm talking about. Let's see.
Christa, you know what he's talking about?
No, I have no idea.
Me neither.
Am I really fucking butchering the name right now that bad?
No idea.
I'm waiting for his fruit. Come on, guys. How does no one know? Dave? No one even knows. No one's saying it.
I don't remember this. So it must have been posted before I joined.
Hey, thank you. Fucking thank you. Thank you. Why do you act? This fool's acting like he don't know who it is. He's from Florida. He's probably E's homie, and he's acting stupid right now. That's what.
No, man, I don't know. There must be another.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know that name.
Oh, but Muscle, yes, this guy. He's been around for a long time, bro. Been around for a minute, and a lot of people like to jock the shit out of him. And like, okay, I never gave him the time of day. And then I don't want to say it was Riley, but it was somebody. And Riley commented on it for sure, but it was somebody in the group chat, in our chat, not B Unit, in the trap chat, that dropped a picture like, dude, like this guy didn't even have the decency to take these fucking 3-4 turds and throw it away. And
he fixed it. He fixed it. Fuck it. You know.
He fixed it. What does that mean?
He moved. He learned from it. He's not doing that no more.
What? What are you talking about? This is his homie. I knew it, Christa.
No, not at all.
Why would you make such a false claim and say he fixed it?
No, hopefully he learned from what was pointed out, and that won't happen again. You know.
Yeah. Oh my God. No. Whatever. Dude, Brandon Wheeler is gonna get booted right now. He's trying to say keep shit in your side your clothes. Don't listen to Brandon Wheeler. He's grimy. He's a hippie. Yeah, he does plumbing, but he's like weird. Whatever, Brandon Wheeler.
He was breeding the boa. He was breeding the boa, so he kept the shit in there, you know, like the old days when they used to tell people not to clean ball python cages.
Yeah, dude, I'm just saying, gross. All right, let's move on. How do you feel about Pied? Because if it's one thing, Chad, hyperspace, people are either like Pied for life, Pied is king, like Emilio. Then you have some people who are like, fuck Pied. Pied is shit. Where do you stand with Pied, Christa?
I have a lot of Pied.
Nice.
I mean, I have the Dreamsicles and Clown Pied, eventually Ultramount Pied. So I like Pied. I have a lot of it. I think there's still a lot of work that can be done with it. I like the more low white stuff, so I try to incorporate codoms that, will help with that part of it. But I like it. I realize not everybody likes it, and that's what makes this industry fun. So
what's Chad tripping about then, Emilio, when it comes to Pied, do you think? And God, Chad's a homie, I'm just saying, in all fun. And now his internet's fucked up again. Emilio, what's up with your internet, dog?
Yeah, I don't know. It's messed
this
up.
is why, are you on a laptop or on your phone? What are you doing, Christa?
I'm on my laptop.
Could it be the weather that you over there?
It's not
Could
us.
it be the weather you had over there?
It's you. It's not us.
It's you, dog. Hey, Emilio, you have to accept responsibility in situations like this. You can't blame other people. You're getting the boot for that. Come back, though. Seriously, come back. It was working just great, and then it just started glitching.
Yeah. I don't know if there's weather coming in his area. I don't know.
Okay, check it out. Little history. I don't know how. I know your trap talks. I've seen that you've gone back. I don't know if you've gone back to the episode when I had Will Morrows on the show. Shout out to Will, Royal Canadian Constrictors. Wait, did I say that right? Anyways,
no, RCR.
Okay, Royal Canadian. Wait, why can't I RCR, dude? Why can't I say it?
Royal Canadian Reptiles.
Sorry, I'm boofy right now. But anyways, did you catch that episode when Will? Let's see.
I'm pretty sure.
Are you back? Are you back? Emilio, you good? Yeah.
Weird. We've never gone through this before.
Yeah.
That's weird.
It's all good. All right, can you hear us? So you're good? A little lag. There's a lag. You might need to come for your phone, bro. There's a lag. Yeah, he's lagging, huh?
Yeah, he's lagging real bad.
Uh-huh. So, and I feel bad because I hate, it's my friend. All right, yeah, join with your phone. Just click with your phone. I hate kicking my friends, and it's kind of mean when you keep kicking someone out. That's my dog. All right, anyway, so, but yes, did you catch that episode when Will said that Pied was like the one he's just not really too hyped about, right?
Yep.
And I forgot exactly what the words were, but that was when it sat to me like, dude, is Pied not gonna get
Yeah, I thought about that too. Yeah,
Right.
'cause I'm in his Patreon too. Yeah, so yeah.
He definitely has a change of heart though. Because I talked to him recently, and I don't want to say he's Mr. All High Mighty, but he still likes Pied and he still has it in his collection. But with what I was going to say with Pied for me is, as I listened to Will, I started producing pies and realizing, man, some of these pies could get hard to identify. And me, I want this to be fun and not easy, but if I can make things easier, especially when it comes to not having to ask people, help me with this snake because I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at.
Yeah,
we're gonna want to do that, you know. But Pied's almost got me into the funk where I don't want to work with it because it's hard to ID. But Pied is life, man. I love Pied, and
I love it.
And I feel like with Pied, here he is. It's crazy how much you good.
That's way better.
I think so.
All right. All right. But anyways, Pied. And look, Chad's in the building. He will not have a change of heart, as he says. Emilio, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Why is Chad tripping on Pied? What would you say? Someone like Chad or anyone in general, why would they want to hate on Pied?
Well, he wants the snake to have all its pattern. I understand that, but I also really like the Pied variability in pattern when you get high pattern Pieds. So, I mean, what I like about Pied is that you never know what you're gonna get, bro.
Yeah, I like that too. Variety of it. There's so many directions you can take it, I think.
And let's be honest, there are certain combinations that you hit in Pied that show you fucking patterns. Let's be real. Like some motherfuckers, or I mean, it just like, dude, even with Enchi Yellow Belly, like you can get some really cool pattern looking stuff going in Pieds. It just all depends what you put in it. And I gotta tell you, the biggest thing that made me like, all right, you need to get Pied back going is Hypopied stuff. I love Hypopied stuff.
Love Hypopied.
But I also really love Hypo DG shit. Hypo DG shit is like, wow. And you know where I'm bridging this to, all right, you know what I'm saying? And this could really determine how quick we end this podcast right now. So I'm just kidding. DG Hypo, you heard me and Emilio go off a lot of times about, you know, which is more preferred or whatever. And I want to hear it from you, someone who's been digging a lot of research lately. Where you at with DG and Hypo as far as not comparisons, but where do you feel better at?
Hypo. I have a lot more Hypo in my collection than DG, and that's where I'm gonna take it as I kind of blend all my products in my head. They kind of blend, you know, as I stack and go forward. So the Hypo is one that kind of can be carried across all my projects for me to kind of keep that sort of in sync. But I will have some DG in the Clown Pied project area. So yeah.
And I don't know, does anybody, I haven't done the research on this, but what are Hypopieds going for average wise right now? What are those selling for?
They're not very expensive. I'd say they're in the five range, right, Christa? I haven't looked.
500?
Yeah, 5 to 7.
5 to 700 for a Hypopied?
Probably female.
Wow.
Male's probably 354.
Damn. That's awesome. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, in a way, because I mean, if somebody like myself who wants to kind of get a little ahead about the Hypopied project, this is fucking the epic time to do it right now. I mean, goddamn, that's cheap as shit. But what are you planning for, Christa, as far as with your Hypopied stuff, just to make sure it's not going to run into the table next to you who has fucking 80 of them and whatnot?
Yeah.
Like, what are you trying to put in a Hypopied, basically?
I can go the clown route, clown Hypopied. I could put Hypo DG Pied. I'm thinking about doing Exanthic, Hypopied Exanthic. I can run them all together type of thing. So that's my kind of plan for the Clown Pied stuff. Because when I got in, I was like, okay, I'm going to do double recessives. I got on the Clown Pied. But then hearing a lot of people saying a lot of people overwork Clown Pied. So I'm like, okay, how can I take this where it's, yeah, you know, where I have multiple generations, longevity to it is kind of what I wanted. So that's why I want to take that, the Hypo DG Exanthic route. It's going to take a long time, but that's my kind of plan with it.
I heard Hypo and I heard Exanthic, which means True Ghost.
You saw True Ghost Pied in person, right, Christa?
Yeah, I loved the animal. Yeah, so it made me want to add some Exanthic this year to do that with. Yeah.
True Ghost straight gives me anxiety, like in a good way. Like I'm like, because I know how bad I need it. But I'm just like, fuck, like what do I start with? Like how do I like what out of everything that I have going on that I'm pretty like concreted on what do I start True Ghost in, you know? And I can only think like my GHI shit that I have going on. That's it, you know, and then work from there and then go, you know, I would think I would want to go
dark.
Yeah, I don't know, like DG. I mean, okay, there has to be True Ghost DG shit out there, right? I'm sure you've already seen that. No, there's no True Ghost DG shit.
No, I've been looking myself. Yeah.
Very, very, very curious what that's gonna look like.
Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted. Yeah.
But you know, this is why like I would lean on Amelia on this one. Like if I had, like, let's say I had the shit to pair and all that. Oh man, I'd probably be on Emilio's bumper as far as, you know, what his opinion would be, because let's talk about things that just don't belong into other morphs, right? Like that could be a possibility you can run into even with True Ghost, you think, Emilio? Or what's your, like, do you think True Ghost just belongs in everything? Let's talk about it.
No, you got to be careful, because here's the thing with True Ghost. And I was talking to another breeder right before the podcast, because we've been talking about it so much that I've been getting messages on the side about people excited about the project and, you know, wanting to get my take. The double recessive is so beautiful that you have to be careful what you add to it. Like pied, perfect. I would say DG, perfect. Now, there are certain things I've seen in it so far, and sorry, I'm going to use the Whipping Boys, okay? But the Whipping Boys is what's out there. Pastel's a no-go. Lesser is a no-go. If you look up a pastel True Ghost that's been sold on Morph Market, it completely blew up the animal. But the DG puzzle pied, I would say Cypress, you know, GHI Mojave, stuff like that. That's gonna be, you know, amazing. I saw GHI Mojave True Ghost I sent in chat.
Whoa, what was that like?
Yeah, you saw it. It was amazing.
I don't remember that. Who had that?
Damn, he's gonna kill me. I don't remember right now, but we will get his name out. He's more of a private guy.
But who shared it? Was it you who shared it?
No, I shared it in the VU in the chat, and because again, people have been hearing us talk about True Ghost and whatnot, and I'm getting messages here and there from breeders that are excited about the notoriety the project is getting. You know, the fact that Justin just bought a True Ghost pied, he sees it, you know, as something that's coming hard too. So,
has he posted that, the True Ghost pied?
It should be on his page.
What is? I mean, as I'm searching for that, what is that? Oh wow, okay, never mind.
Under mine, I think I shared it and tagged him.
It almost looks like an Exantic pied in a sense, almost, right?
It's really pretty.
Oh, I mean, they're not even on the same planet.
It's like it's kind of a slate gray look.
All right. Well, with that being said, Sunset. First and foremost, you're a hell of a sport. All right. I like.
Yeah, I want to hear that. I want to hear that defensiveness that you gave us the other day in the chat.
Oh yeah, you went pretty ham.
I want to see Christa. Come on.
Yeah. Okay, what do you want? I mean, you gonna hate on it or what? I mean,
all love, dude, but your picture's crooked. That's all I gotta say. Just say.
Okay.
RO also wants.
Okay. Let's start. Let's give her some platform to base off of. Okay, so you've heard me go in a little bit, right? And I'm not the only one. Obviously, I'm giving myself the example here on myself. But what is it when you have something like Sunset, which isn't, you know, well, now it's cheaper, but let's think about Sunset being an investment, heavy snake to get into. Not only does it get slashed in price, but also people are hating on it, like myself, because it just looks like a fucking brown snake when it's an adult, and it looks uglier than a fucking normal. So
I mean, clown does too, but I mean,
I think clowns, because clowns show you more. I'm talking about straight turd. Sunsets give you a straight fucking shit. That's what it is. I've seen it, and guess what? My homie Lenny comes on the show Thursday, and we're gonna show these pictures. But it looks like turds. Clowns at least give you some sort of markings, regardless if they're brown. There's a little bit of tan and stuff like that. I like an adult clown 10 times more than an adult Sunset.
No, all adult Sunsets look the same though. That one, okay, but I've seen some other adult ones that have a lot more contrast in it. So I think it has to do with the individuality of it too, and with it being so new as it is. That's my take.
I haven't seen a high quality normal sunset yet.
And sir, one of the biggest investments made this week probably in the hobby was a breeder bought a DG Hypo Sunset this week.
Say that one more time. One of the biggest investments done over the weekend or something. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Biggest investments probably this week was a breeder.
Which is who?
Buying a DG Hypo Sunset off of JKR. Okay, so
wow, the one that he displayed.
Sunset is doing something right, bro.
Yeah. Have you seen those in person? I've seen them in person. So
I forgot your name, dog. My bad, but here you are.
How big is that snake? How big is that snake that guy bought? Do you know? I mean, is it adult? What is it?
No, it's not adult.
Yeah,
I bet it's like 200-300 grams probably.
Well, we'll see what happens. So I'm sorry, DG Hypo Sunset. You said it was.
Yeah.
I will say Hypo does look good in Sunset, but we're talking about Sunset by itself. We're not talking about stuff to make it look cooler.
Hey, MJ, everything's a combo, man. You can't.
No, dude. Listen, I'm Nick Mutton with this shit, bro. I want a wild looking. I'm just kidding. I was trying to get Christa to bite the bait a little bit, and it didn't work. It's all good.
Christa, it's not like I'm defending Sunset Clown. Sorry.
Oh wow. So now you're gonna offend everyone who's invested in Sunset Clown.
I'm not the biggest fan on it either, but I'm gonna have it eventually just because all my other stuff has clown in it. But I'm doing mostly the hypo route and ultra mel.
So clown's not a big thing for you.
It not on the Sunset, but like I have, clown pied, I have ultra mel clown, I have some regular clown stuff. I have a lot of clown, yeah. So as I merge stuff together, I'm gonna get probably clown and Sunset eventually.
I thought I was rolling over too easy by saying Sunset GHI won me over because that right there was cat. I was giving you guys way too much, and I blame myself. But I'm back on old school MJ. Sunset and I just aren't compatible, and it is what it is, man.
GHI has Sunset collection right now.
What?
Bro, I saw a GHI had Sunset mail in your collection.
No, you didn't, bro. Stop capping. That's cap. Did you know where? I'm just kidding. No, but listen, at the end of the day, the reason why I act so freely on how I feel is because I will own it once that Sunset combo is made, and it already has been made. Justin made that one with Cypress in it, right? It was a Sunset Cypress, and he also made one with Hypo in it that I like. Trust me, I know there's a future for Sunset. I get it. Sunset is a great foundation. It's just one ugly fucking one. That's all it is. You know what I mean? That's it. Because there's so many other morphs that age great with age. That's it.
Well,
wait, did I say that right?
I have to keep it real here for a minute.
Tell me.
It's not going to be my favorite adult to look at.
No, that's what I'm saying. You're gonna hurry up, get that water change, spot clean, and no pictures are taken of that snake. I want to take pics of everything if I can.
Just make me beautiful stuff, guy. All right, make me beautiful stuff. All right.
But also, when you have as many snakes as we do, it's not a big deal. It's not. And I just like to get people going. All right, listen, Sunset. I can't wait to see you, buddy, in the future. All right, so. But let's kind of get back to where you're at though with Sunset, because no clown in Sunset in the future for you, right? So a lot of your Sunset is just what right now? What type of Sunset do you have happening in your collection that you're raising up?
Yeah. Yellow Belly Sunset, GHI Firehead Sunset.
And these came from Justin or different people? I'm sorry.
These are different people. The male I got. Here it comes, Pastel Sunset Hypo from Brock. So the GHI I got from Morph Jungle. I'll have a Spot. No, what is she again? I think it's Spot Nose Yellow Belly Double Het Hypo Sunset too. Yeah.
Was that a?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. See.
He came out. I'm telling you.
Hey! If you look at adult pastel Sunset, it looks better than just a regular Sunset. Hey, I know the pastel. I know. But
And think about that, bro. If pastel can make you look better, holy shit, you're ugly as fuck.
no.
That's funny.
That's facts right there. I mean, but I will tell you, I mean, bro, pastel is so relevant. Like it's just overly worked. We get it, but it's not going anywhere. I'll tell you that much.
No, I keep
Ever.
it to minimum in what I have. So I have some, but not a lot. But yeah.
All right, I have a really good topic right now for you, okay? Because maybe you know what? I'm gonna bring this up right now. Fuck it. Because if someone drops a comment on my fucking thing, it's public information, right? Like that's not like they dropped a comment for everyone to see, right? So why don't we share that comment? Who watched the Dave Kaufman episode? Did you guys watch the Dave Kaufman episode? Any of you guys?
I did.
Emilio didn't. I can already tell.
I watched pieces of it.
Pieces of motherfuckers. You know why you could say pieces? Because if I were to hit you with something you don't know, you could say, well, I didn't watch that piece. I'm on to you, Emilio. I know everything that you're doing right now. I'm just kidding. All right, but check out this comment. Emilio, I'm just joking. All right. Here we go. You guys ready? All right. So, and you guys can't see this, right? Obviously. So let me share it. So I'm pulling up this comment right now because I asked Dave about the whole thing about last year about ball pythons being in racks, mentally becoming disabled because their brains are shrinking being in racks, right? Like that was the whole like topic of, a lot of people who are just like pet keepers, like, or like, nothing against pet keepers, but they weren't actually in the wild. They weren't like, they're basing shit off they researched off the internet or whatever, right? So me and Dave talked about that, and he was like, dude, no, these ball pythons they're not seen. They're under the fucking ground. That's where they want to stay. They're trying to run away from the 100+ degree fucking temperature and trying to get as cool as possible. And as cool as they get is like the high 80s to 90s, which guess what? That's what we keep them at. So that's pretty accurate, right? So of course, after the episode, and this guy never chimes in during the show. Like he just comes in afterwards. But mind you, he's in the UK too. And I don't have anything against him. Like I'm okay with like people's opinion, but this guy right here, I'm going to read his response. All right. This is from Reptiles and Research, and he commented on Dave Kaufman's episode. Here we go. This was a gross misrepresentation of our work. The fact that the basic neuroscience was called ridiculous is actually ridiculous. Also, it's funny that Dave talks about recent study that came out saying that they eat birds when actually the study came out in 1998. What actually happened was I made the video about it and got everyone talking. It's not new. Should have known about it decades ago. Also, there was no studies from Cote Audivior. I'm probably saying that wrong. I'm so sorry, but Cote, just showing that he hasn't even read into it. But bully, well, that must be a UK word, started making big claims. And some of the studies talking about ball pythons' climbing habits were from Togo. So the narrative he's trying to spin of not our ball pythons are from the Ghana, Togo, and Benin Falls as on its ass. Okay, first and foremost, I'm gonna stop right there. All right, what's your fucking take on this, Christa? Being in the veterinary field, keeping the amount of ball pythons that you have been keeping so far, and more importantly, just being around people's collections. You've been to Justin's place. All right, what's your take on this? Like, do you really feel like you're dehumanizing that ball python, keeping it in a rack? Like, I really want your take on this.
Yeah.
And I know if you want to finish that comment, like my brain was hurting. I'm so sorry. But go ahead and go to the Dave Kaufman episode and finish it. But I ain't going to finish it. That's a lot. Anyways, what's your take on that, Christa? Let's talk about this whole topic of ball pythons being in racks and becoming more stupid.
I mean, you can't really make that claim without having facts to it. So like I don't know where that's really like coming from. I think people just take this mind that they should be living like they do, like in the wild. Okay. They make the bioactive, which is fine and great. Well, you got to realize in the wild too, they're underground, they're in small, tight places. That's what they like in the dark. I mean, I've seen it where as a vet, people who keep them in the aquariums, they have a lot more issues with them, with getting them to eat, respiratory infections, stressed out, when it's so much simpler to have them in, tubs where they get on feed much better. There's less disease, respiratory infections, etc. So that's what I've seen personally. You have people like, Justin, or people all over the world that have this much success keeping this many ball pythons the way they do. So I don't know why that's such a huge negative thing.
Well, the biggest thing you said is it's like there's no numbers of proving what the fuck, whatever it is that they want to say, because the numbers would mean like 1,000 ball pythons kept in racks and then 1,000 kept in a bioactive or whatever the fuck you want, and see the longevity of the life between the both and see what happens. Which, who the fuck's going to do that for their whole life? But that's what it would really come down to. Like the fact that you could really try to say that, okay, if a brain is really shrinking, there would have to be some sort of like disadvantage with either the snake eating, if every ball python becomes a spider.
Yeah, it would have deficits. You would see that.
And that right there would be like, oh shit, we got to stop and change it, right? But I've seen ball pythons in collections for goddamn 40 fucking years. Okay, eating, doing great, shedding. So let's be fucking realistic about this, man. Like, hello. I saw a finger up. Amelia, what you got?
I have an 18-year-old normal female that is fucking incredible. Has always been in racks. She ain't stupid. If you follow that thinking, she'd be special needs right now. Wouldn't be able to eat. Wouldn't be able to function. Wouldn't be able to do anything. Would be dumb on her back, imbalanced. It just makes no sense. I have a spider that I took to a show for a whole weekend, and it was the most, I mean, it was almost like your super dwarf. It was so comfortable and happy, and well, not happy. Happy is a human term, but you
were easy with that, bro. Please.
It's
you got a thumbs up. You did it too. Wow, that's weird. It's a Mac thing.
It was comfortable. It didn't feel uncomfortable in any way. It was one with us. So I just don't understand this thinking of racks versus bioactive enclosures, glass tanks, displays. I feel like it feeds into that whole thing where we're not supposed to have animals. It's part of that agenda.
Yeah.
In my view, it's next.
And if this hobby has shown us anything, there's not one way to do things, right? You can do things multiple ways as long as, you got the basics down: food, shelter, humidity.
It's never coming from somebody who once kept a bunch of animals and they were all alive and they decide to give them up because they were in racks. And I just felt so bad because all my ball pythons, they don't belong in racks, so I'm giving them up. No, it's always someone who's not even in the game. Like, they don't even know what it's like to keep over 100 ball pythons. Mm-hmm. And that's what's crazy. This guy is pushing something so heavy where you ask him, what do you do, buddy? You work at a pet shop? Okay, what do you keep at home? You keep what? What?
You just can't stress out about those people, just let them.
Yeah, but I'm not really stressing. I'm just trying to, because that is the pet keeping side of what we're talking about. And those are our people too, dude. We need those people. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to just say we need to discuss this and find out where is this lying at, because it's just, at the end of the day, you could have like us, like, okay, we shouldn't go so hard on people who want to go bioactive. If you want to do bioactive, God bless you. But why are you going hard on us people who keep them in racks now? Like, now why are you making us seem like we're fucking dehumanizing something because we make a lot of money in snakes that do great in racks? And it all comes down to the money, dude. They see how much money the ball python game makes, and it makes them sick probably. It pisses them off, Somebody who's not making good money or hurts for money or just hates their life simply doesn't like seeing other people successful. I'm not saying it's that guy. I'm just saying in general, that's kind of what the fucking norm is when it comes to someone making a big tiff or a big fucking fuss over something that they're not even involved with. You know what I'm saying?
Let me add something really quick to this. I have some ball pythons that I offer hides to. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Okay. They don't even use their hides. They're comfortable. They feel secure. I mean, that's how you gauge if a ball python is content.
Yeah.
Situation. Is it hiding? Is it in a hide all the time? Guess what?
Hey, pro tip. Miguel always told me never use a hide. Never use a hide. Because you're giving it a reason to hide. It shouldn't be hiding from anything. It needs to be ready to fucking eat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so anyway.
Now, if you use a display, one of those displays, glass displays, a bigger display, one of those enclosures, it's going to be hiding most of the time.
Yeah, which
it's not comfortable.
Yeah.
So,
anyways,
whatever.
But like I said, do your thing, man. Just let us do our thing, and don't fucking try to come so hard with stuff that's not even factual. Like you spent so much of your morning or whatever typing up that shit about Dave. When like, dude, just come on my show, bro. Like you keep avoiding coming on my show. And I get it. Maybe I'm like a little intense, but still, bro. Like I'm cool with Dylan from Animals at Home podcast. He'll come on the show and come talk to me. That's all. I'll have Dave Levinson on too. He's very neutral. Dave Levinson's he's cool with everybody. Pisses me off. Anyways, woo, I got great. I'm sorry. I want to hear it from you because you're somebody who's like, you're not this girl who just came across fucking an Instagram page and was like, I want to keep snakes. Like you're really tapped in and like you got things that you really look deeply in when it comes to animals. And so like, I guarantee you probably maybe thought and stopped like, and thought to yourself, like, what are they talking about here? Like, you know what I mean? Because I think everyone did. Everyone was like, what are they getting at with this? And I just had to sit back and look and be like, what's the one snake? If someone comes into my room, what's the one snake I want to take out and show? A ball python. Because guess what? That's going to be the one snake that is not only the safest to pull out, but it's going to look great. These ones don't look great, but my ball pythons are stellar. I love showing my ball pythons, and I keep them so secure and so how I need to. So I was like, this doesn't make sense, because we always say, let your experience be the teacher, right? And whoever, that's what I'm saying. I feel like people don't think for themselves. Like you need to stop following what is so popularized on a comment thread or whatever. So when you're friends, and just use your own experience for your for your analysis. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So glad we brought that up with you.
Yeah, you gotta think for yourself,
Yeah, exactly, like Sunset. Like how I felt, and you still hung that Sunset fucking picture up, and I love it. This is why Christa's gangster with it. She don't care. Oh my God, Christa was so gangster with this one. I think it was an episode after I was kind of going ham on Sunset, and then you had a clip ready to rock and roll about what I said in Sunset, and
yes, I think it was a Brad Boa episode, I think, but I was on the way to like a Reptile Expo, and I was listening to it, and I was like, hold up, let me just turn this up. I'm like, what's he saying? I was like, oh, I gotta send this. So
yeah, shout out to Brad Boa, man. Shout out to Kevin, because I will say, like, when I would go to Tinley, like Brock and Brad Boa's tables are like, if you want to see whatever current sunsets are popping right now, you go to their table, and it's like, holy shit. They're pretty far ahead of the game when it comes to sunset. And what's crazy is like they have their avenue of sunset, and like Justin has his, and I feel like, man, if you're able to grasp a project with sunset to where no one else is really fucking with that project yet, dude, God bless you. Go ahead, because I'm telling you right now, I don't take back my words. What I said on that podcast, sunset does have a great and bright future. It's just an ugly fucking snake. That's it. I'm gonna drop it at that. All right. Emilio, I feel like a finger's coming up. No.
Got Miguel doing his sunset thing. You got a couple.
Oh, yeah, Miguel. Yeah, shut down. Yeah, my bad. Miguel has the Sunset GG fucking crazy shit going on too. Obviously, I forgot about the homie, the sponsor tonight. Shout out to them, Miguel. But I mean, Miguel is just, God, dude, it's hard to even wrap my head around as far as what I like the most out of what Miguel's making. Like, I know we give a lot of Justin props and other people like Straight Fire and Mark Bailey, but fuck, dude. You want to talk about someone who's only been in the game for less than 10 years. I think he's in his 7th year right now. Dude, Miguel is not fucking around. That guy is making stupid shit that nobody's making. And it's
a nice person too.
And he's the coolest person. Like, dude, you talk to Miguel and you want to be in the game. Like you're in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's how he makes you feel. Like that's an important asset to the industry, is people pulling other people in,
You got that factor about him. It's hard to describe, but when you talk to him in person,
he's great.
Yo, that Stranger Pompeii, bro.
Dude, and then do you know the twins? What were the twins that he hit? Those look like heavy snakes too.
Yeah. I think they were.
I don't remember all this in them, but
Mahogany, Stranger, Yellow Belly Clown. Correct me if I'm wrong. Someone in the chat, please.
Yeah, maybe possible hypo. I don't know. Yeah.
Posse hypo, I think, right?
Yeah, I think it had a posse hypo in there. Yeah.
There's a lot of things I can't wait for as far as like to kind of like write down on the resume as far as breeding accomplishments. What were we just talking about right now? Fuck, my brain just went right. We were just talking about Miguel. Wait.
What? Like, I don't know.
The stranger mahogany clown, yellow belly. No,
Nope, it went away.
What he's able to do in 7 years.
Yeah, it's gone. Forget it. I don't even know what I was gonna say. That's crazy. But 2024 first month is already almost done, which is crazy, right? Are you looking for more stuff to add into the collection? Are you chilling? Like, where are you at in your like marketing, the marketing field of things?
Yeah, so I've invested a lot last year, so I'm not going as much this year because I want to, be able to actually grow within my own collection. But there are a few pieces that I'm waiting to kind of add those in, a couple males, and then probably do some exanthic females, see how I can tie that into the clown pie project. But I'm looking for a couple key males and then that, and kind of stick within what I have and grow from there. It's hard though. But you see all this stuff, but yeah.
Hatching season's around the corner, so.
And I remember I was gonna say now, I can't wait to hatch twins. I want twins really bad someday. I don't know why. I think that would be really cool. Have you done that yet, Emilio?
Done it 3 or 4 times. They usually come out a little small, but typically some of the small stuff like eats amazing. So, and then you have to assist. So it's a 50-50 thing. So
are they always the same sex, the twins, or can you have a male and female? Because with cows, if you have a male and female twin cow, the female is infertile. So I don't know if that's the thing. I don't know if that's a thing or not.
Ones I remember the most were males.
2 males?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
And then he hasn't bred for me, so I don't know.
I'd be interested if it's a male and female, because that's what happens in the cow. Like the sex hormones kind of travel through, and then the female is infertile. So I'd just be interested.
He hasn't bred for me, so.
Not with other people.
So we haven't talked about how you feed your collection and whatnot. And as far as what your preference is, because obviously there's been a lot of back and forth, ASFs versus rats and whatnot. So let's hear it from you. What's your take, and what's your dieting program for the ball python?
I do both. I actually probably feed mostly rats, and I've kind of been experimenting a little bit of it with feeding ASFs a couple times a week and then tracking how much they gain in a month. And then the next month I did rats, just one appropriate size meal a week, and see how they grow. And I know it's a little hard because with the individual genetic, and I've seen as they get a little bit older, they gain a little bit more, but it almost seems like they gain a little bit more from just feeding the appropriate size rat a week versus multiple ASFs. I still like the ASFs though. It helps them get on feed quicker for the females and keep them eating, keep the male eating through the breeding season. And I still like using them, but I think rats are still, I still like using them. Yeah.
Well, I'm upset.
Why?
Well, Emilio influenced me to do mainly mice for my babies.
Yeah.
And I'm noticing, and I'm just kidding about you telling, I wanted to do this. This was my thing. I wanted to kind of stick with mice for like the first year on a ball python. I'm kind of testing that out, but I'm seeing them doing a lot of hairballs, like on some of them. And I'm like, whoa, like, is that too big of a meal? It's not regurg, but it's like a little strip of a hairball. And I'm wondering what that could be from, Emilio. Have you ever seen that? And none of your babies have ever puked up a hairball before? Like white lips do this a lot. If anyone has white lips will they will fucking either, I'm pretty sure they spit it out, but it's like just the hair. It's literally just the hair. And so I'm noticing some of these ball pythons that have only been on mice, as I bump their meal up, not all of them, but some of them are just, spitting out the hair. And I don't know what the fuck that's all about. I didn't have that with the rats at all.
I'm not sure, man. I don't really see that. Honestly, I don't.
Now, with you, Christa, you said you do both, right? But when it comes to the first, like if you were to have a hatch, if you had a clutch hatch out, right, and they had their first shed, what's your go-to? What's the first meal you're gonna offer them?
Probably ASF, yeah. Get them up and kind of maybe switch them over at the maybe weaned rat stage.
At what point do you think like would you think it would be an ideal time to switch them over?
After like probably the first, I don't know, 3 or 4 meals, because I would like to switch them over if I'm gonna sell them. I guess it depends on if I'm gonna sell them or hold them back. Hold them back, I'd probably keep them on the ASFs a little longer. If I'm gonna sell them, probably get them on like frozen thaw, especially for rats, just for customers, just because I know ASFs aren't, you can't get them everywhere. I mean, you can I guess buy them frozen too, but I feel like rats are a little bit more accessible to people, so I would like to offer that if I'm selling them.
I have a bunch of male raise up ASFs I don't want to kill, but I have to. They're fucking cool, man. Like I don't know what it is, but they're fucking so cool looking and shit like that. But yeah, it is what it is. I don't like killing things. I don't know. Me and Death are just weird. I just feel bad. What are you gonna say, Emilio?
Let's what's the next topic?
Go ahead. Well, how about you bring up a topic? What do you have for us, Emilio? You look like you have something written down. What do you have for us?
No, I don't actually.
Come on, dude. I literally thought he had a fucking topic. Like, can we get to this next one here?
Yeah.
Come on. You can't think of one right now? I know I can, but come on. I want you. What you got for us?
All right. So, what's that triple? That number one triple for you that you want to?
That's a good question.
Triple.
Ultramel Sunset Hypo.
Ultramel Sun. Ooh, that's gonna be nasty.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dude. Okay, and I know we already said hypo's like the preferred on this podcast tonight, but let's admit, hypo gives aging the idea in a ball python. Like we want, like hypo makes ball pythons age good. I feel like I have adult hypos that look gorgeous, you know? So if it's Sunset that has an issue by itself, hypo involved with the Ultramel, because I like the Ultramel Sunset. When I thought, I've seen what Brock or who produced an Ultramel Sunset here in the United States. I forgot.
Didn't TJ do it?
Maybe TJ? I can't remember. But I do know there was a guy in Europe who made it, and it looked fucking red. I remember I was like, yo, this thing looks sick. And then it showed a photo like a year and a half later, and I was like, well, that's not the same snake. You know, that's different, like typical, right? But imagine if there's hypo in there.
Yeah.
I just think that's where I think the key to Sunset is hypo. I really do. What?
You're excited about Cypress, Christa?
I am getting a Cypress male, for the Ultramel project, and then eventually, I'm thinking about breeding him to a Sunset, to start getting some doubles going in that direction. Yeah.
So Cypress, Ultramel, Sunset, hypo would be sick as shit.
Yeah. I could, theoretically I could do that. Yeah. I have a double het Sunset hypo female, so
I have a question kind of going back to vending real quick, because I know you kind of got your feet wet vending leopard geckos, but where do you feel like you'll be ready to kind of take some of your ball python stuff? Like where do you sit with that?
Yep. I like vending a lot, so I don't want to have projects, I guess, just for vending, if that makes sense. Like just for pets, I kind of want to focus what I'm focusing on, and then whatever I don't, or maybe I miss on, I then use those to vend with into like more of the pet trade, is what the kind of the plan is for that. I don't know if that answers your question, but that's kind of my stand on. I do like vending a lot, but I'm, I guess, hesitant just to breed for that, and kind of use what I miss in my other projects for that.
Go ahead.
The thing with that is that you'd have to vend a lot, and it would turn into a job pretty much. No.
And I don't want to do vending all the time. Probably like once a month is okay for me, just due to my work schedule and all of that. There's a lot of shows near me within a couple hour range, so once a month, once every other month. So,
I know I'm still green to vending. Like I haven't done more than 10 at all. Like not, but vending wipes you out, man. Like because you come home and you're like, wow, I'm finally home. But guess what? Unload everything and put everything away and make sure fucking snakes are good. And like, there's just no chill whatsoever. I like to chill, but there's just no chill after vending a show. And I don't know. But kind of also reverting back to a little bit of skin shed testing, you know, RGI was a huge podcast last year when we started talking about DG, the A, B, C, and E and all that shit, right? Did that aggravate you at all? Like kind of hearing as far as them being different levels of DG and like wondering what level of DG you might have or whoever the hell, like how did that kind of news hit you?
It was pretty confusing because when I kind of got into it is when they came out with the first news, you know, or whatever. And then slowly after that, I kind of wish they waited till they understood everything before releasing anything. It was my kind of, I don't know, that's just my kind of thinking about it, especially from like a scientific background. Like we don't really release anything until we reproduce this. We know it's 100% correct, whether it's at a paper, presentation, or whatever. So that's why my kind of take on it was I wish they kind of waited till they got all the facts right. But I'm not, you know, I'm not in your shoes or anything like that. But this was just a confusing part for me.
Because you don't have DG, or you do have DG in your mix, right?
I have a het DG female, and then I am planning on getting a DG male. Confusion DG het clown male is what I'm kind of looking for clown pied stuff, and to work in the pied stuff is the confusion and then some DG. Mm-hmm.
So if go ahead, Emilio.
Honestly, for me, I see it as a simple recessive, and what extra information they bring out, you know, good. I'll use it to, you know, further projects and whatnot. But at the moment, it's kind of quiet on that, you know, on that topic. It's a simple recessive, man. So
yeah.
Drop it.
It's got C in it, I guess, is what I've kind of learned. Because I've seen some animals listed, they'll be like DGA and B, but I'm like, it's really like we know that the C matters, so that I'm kind of, you know.
All my shit's gonna be DGC. Like C, it's DG. Told you, stupid fuck. I don't give a fuck. Okay, I have a wrap-up question before Emilio gets to his wrap-up question. And somebody like you who's kind of like coming into the game and just enjoying their process and building what they're building, how do you feel, like what makes you feel comfortable spending money with somebody? And what I mean by that, like, you do a lot of research off a snake that you see available. Like, let's just say you're on Morph Market and you're like, whoa, there's a snake I see, and it's from a Joe Schmo from fucking Nebraska or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you feel comfortable investing in somebody like that, or what's your take as far as who you feel comfortable spending money with in the reptile hobby in 2024?
Yeah, I definitely ask people who've been in the hobby more first. I've learned. I have made the mistake buying off of Joe Schmo, and it bit me, you know, where I bought. Yeah, what I thought was a dreamsicle, and it was albino. So I've learned my lesson there. But I don't have the mindset of just buying from big name breeders. I still think that buying from, you know, smaller breeders is fine. But I do like to do my research first and then ask other people in the hobby what their thoughts are. Yeah.
And I'm saying I don't want to, like, you know, not trying to throw no salt on any open wounds, even though I know the wound's not open. I mean, you've already, you know, you learn what you learned and you move forward from that guy who screwed you over. But what was the details on that again? Like, he sold you something that it wasn't what it was, or just for like a little awareness for anyone to be careful of this. Well, what happened to you? I forgot. Yeah,
it was a yellow belly dreamsicle locally. So I bought it and took her home. And, you know, I'm still new and IDing stuff. But I was looking at her, I was like, she doesn't really look in person. I was like, she doesn't really look like my other dreamsicles. So I was looking online a little bit where I was looking at albino, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I was like, what? I was like, let me see. So I sent some pictures to some people, and they're like, just shed test. I was like, okay. So yeah, I said shed tested it. So she came back negative for lavender. So that meant that she was, and yellow belly. So she had neither of those two.
Wow.
So she was probably albino pied. Yeah. And I didn't get any money back or anything from that. So I resold her. So I recouped half my money, I guess, and learned a lesson. But yeah.
I mean, but thankfully you at least figured out, like, you know, pretty quickly as far as, you know, what not to do next time. But also I feel like that needs to happen. Like, I feel like doing that, like I said, you know, me being happy about shoveling that fucking trench in my backyard after a while, like, you know, it's something that I learned from, and I was just enjoying it at the time. And you just can't really be down too hard on your failures. You just got to understand that, like, fuck, dude, I'm never doing that again, and just like move on, but never do that shit again, because there's just certain things where if you do it twice, no going back, man. But Emilio, what you got for wrap up?
Give me 1 second. All right. First off, I love your progression, the road you've taken. Where do you plan to be in the next 5 years exactly? What's your vision? Because first, I love your name, your logo, your veterinary background. I think you could put together and be super, super influential and successful.
Yeah, within 5 years, I still see myself doing this as side, so more part-time, of course, I think. And as far as the projects, within 5 years, really within the next 2 generations, build on some of those double and triple recessive and hitting those along with codoms and stuff like that too. So really progressing the projects I see, meeting new people, getting better at getting my name out there and being more influential in that aspect I see in 5 years. But continuing to grow.
You feel like you're going to go to a lot of shows at some point? Like, do you feel like you're going to come to Cali and like,
yeah,
like, do you feel like that's important?
Yeah, I think it's important. Yeah, I went to like Schaumburg last year. We are planning on going to Tinley sometime this year. Probably come out to Trap Fest too and probably go to that show that weekend. So yeah, I think that's important. Networking is everything I've kind of learned so far. So that's what I would like to continue doing. I'm
telling you, the first time me and E ever met was at Tinley. And that was like, I mean, that's like basically the middle point for both of us that you would say. But that what I mean, who knows? I like literally I put respect on Emilio's name just because he stopped me, introduced himself. We had like a short conversation, and I remembered that. And I remember when we ran into each other again, and we kept like you start off of that, you know what I'm saying? And you never know what it leads into. Like I want to say, people who are like my bestest friends in my life right now, I met at a show, like, and that's what it's all about. Like, but this is why I don't. And again, I appreciate anyone who gives this channel, my brand, your guys' brand, any love. But I love people who are in this. And what I mean by in this, vending, breeding, sharing information. And I'm doing better at loving everyone. But dude, what I love are people that are doing exactly that. That's just my thing. And that's what I'm into. Aren't we allowed to live in a world to hang out with people that like we have the same interest in? And so that's it, you know?
People that are in this for real.
I mean, and I talked to Justin the other day, and you know, he was giving me great advice. And I was like, Justin, do you think I just take this like way too serious? And he's like, not too serious, but you definitely take it serious. And he's like, it's our life though. And I'm like, yeah, like that. And I get it. Some people are here to swap stickers. Some people are here just to simply comment and talk shit. That's fine. I'm here because I fucking love reptiles. Like that's, and I'm not a spectator. Like I'm a spectator, and it's like in some of the departments that I'm not in, like the gecko world, I love watching that shit. But what I do in this with these reptiles, I'm really in the game, and I like fucking with people who are in the game, really doing this. I don't like people with big mouths and who just have nothing but stickers behind them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just that doesn't prove anything to me whatsoever. Like show me what you're actually doing in here, because is what like talking about Miguel being someone you talk to him, go to his house, see what he's doing, you're sucked in. It's over. You know what I mean? That's all I want to be around. That's just kind of how I do things, because it's my life.
It's my life as well. That's what I say. I'm trying to help all our members in the trap and the V unit, you know, make this a lifestyle, a long-term commitment to this amazing hobby of ours.
It saved my life. This hobby saved my life.
This is the biggest thing I ran to starting is it's a lifestyle. You talk all day, every day. And I love it. That's a part of it. But I think that's what it should be and what I want it to be. So, and keep, building up and elevating. So
building every day, brick by brick, day by day, brick by brick, every trying to progress.
Like
in your life, and you know, when it comes to you know, your collections and you know, the beautiful animals that we care for.
But this lifestyle affects my personal life with my family and everything else. Like it made that life easier for me. And I just know there's people out there who have opportunities like I had that could really change their life around, you know, and people need to understand that there's people successful in this There's not just people who are miserable, who failed at anything that had to do with reptiles. And that's that's the biggest thing. It's like, it's so easy to hear someone negative and like, wow, why do they talk shit about breeding so much? It's like, what's going on? Well, why do you think? Because they fucking suck at it. They were never good. So that's why it's like, well, what do you want to be? Do you want to be one of those people who just never evolved and just fucking listen to people just be depressed? Or you trying to learn some shit and fucking hang out with the big dogs? You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like, dude, pick your fucking road. Whatever road you want to choose, God bless. But I know what road I'm on. I know what road he's on and what road you're on. And I'm having fucking fun. Because when you're really doing it by these animals, dude, it's so much fun. I'm having a great time. This is like the best time ever. It goes by really quick, Christa, because you're young. How old are you?
27.
Dude, I hate to say this, you're gonna be 30 really quick.
I know. Don't remind me. I'll be.
I'm gonna be 40 though. So do you understand that?
This year. Yeah,
Just so you know, as soon as you turn 30, I'm already gonna be 40. So I'm kind of just roasting myself right there. But what I mean by that, and Amelia will say, like, dude, this shit, when you're really in it, like we were just describing, and you're having a good time, it fucking flies by. I can't believe how quick it's flying by.
Yeah, first year, crazy. Yeah.
And wiser by the minute.
Mm-hmm.
By the minute.
Becoming a better person too. You learn a lot of life lessons doing this, not just like the snakes, but it's also communicating with people and building those self skills, I think, too, which is I find really fascinating.
I mean, I don't want to, we don't have to get into specifics, but I can't tell you how many people who've even been doing reptiles for years who just don't even they don't take care of themselves. And I'm sorry, but man, like, if you've been making money off something for so long and your health and just something's very poor, I mean, how am I going to respect someone who doesn't take care of themselves? And and I just look at that like, I don't want to be that person. Mm-hmm. Like if I have my own business and I'm able to provide for my family, I want to be in the best shape or best health of my fucking life. And when I see other people like that, I respect that. Like I saw Emilio. Okay, when me and Emilio first started following each other, I noticed this fool hit the gym a lot. And I'm like, dude, so this fool has a rodent fucking operation. He has his snakes. He has a fucking family and he's hitting the fucking gym. He doesn't miss. Like I'm drawn to shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And you could be drawn to anything in this world, but that's the kind of I just want to become a better person. Because dude, it's a 1% deal every day. 1% should be getting better every day, and it just doesn't stop. It's kind of like learning, right? If you're really into this, Christa, every day you're learning. Like,
I love it.
But it's like it's second nature. It's like brushing your teeth. Like you don't even think about learning. You're just learning, and that's what happens. Like it becomes so just like constant. Where, dude, you kind of, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure you guys both have already been in this position, but you ever talk to somebody who isn't in the snake game, but they ask you a snake question? And you feel like you could buy, and you just go off, and you're just rambling. Oh my God, can I ramble? Like, but what's crazy is like I'm excited to talk to them about it because I'm like, yo, what I'm about to tell you is accurate. You know what I'm saying? So it's, dude, I've never had so much fun learning. That's it.
Yeah, I do. I love learning. It's my full-time job. So
I don't know about you guys, but I'm having the best time of my life, and I appreciate that you guys are here for it. I think it's awesome. Just like this fucking New Breed on the Block series that we did for you tonight. You killed it, Christa. How do you feel?
I feel awesome. Thank you so much. This is a huge honor, and I had a great time with you guys. So I really.
Whoa! You're acting like you're gonna sign off. Oh, you got hot seat questions, Christa. Nice try. What do you got? It better not be a question because we're going to hot seats now.
Really, really fast.
Oh, here we go.
People like that we didn't talk about that you want to talk about, Christa. Real quick, fast.
Shoot, fast. I don't know how I got into this. Brian Barczyk. That's what I did. I was home and COVID I found YouTube, found him opening up those little rippers in the egg, and mind blown, led me to Canova, bought my first male ball python, and here I am. So yeah, just knowing how influential he is.
Long live Brian.
Fucking goat, man.
Maybe.
Love you, buddy. All right. Hot seat questions. Hope you're ready for this, Christa, because I'm coming in super sunset on you right now. Guys, do me a favor. Likes are super respectable, but if you were tapping in late, don't forget to hit the like button for Christa because this was one hell of an episode. All right, but it's hot seat questions time. You know how this works, Christa. The quicker, the better. All right.
Yep.
All right. Hot seat questions coming in hot. Here we go. A cut or no cut?
Cut.
On what day?
55 or pip.
Favorite arboreal snake?
Oh, green tree.
Red chondro neo or yellow chondro neo?
Yellow.
Pre first shed meal or post first shed meal on a ball python?
Post.
Yay imports or boo imports?
Boo.
Frozen thought or live?
Live.
See how I switched? You're good.
Yeah.
All right. To spray or miss a ball python or to never spray and miss a ball python?
Miss them.
One incomplete dominant morph you would always stay away from, ball python wise.
Oh, shoot. Dang. Let me.
I know.
Yeah, incomplete.
That's
Spider. Spider, yeah.
Okay, hold on. That's okay. Besides spider, come on. Spider's such a fucking obvious. We get it.
I know. I'm trying to think of what else. Dang, I need some example. I'm trying to think. My mind's just blank.
Come on
I
now.
know I have like a lot.
Come on now.
Give me some example. I'm trying to think. Shoot.
Besser.
Oh, lesser. Yeah, I don't have any of that.
I helped you out so bad on that. Or butter. Okay, butter. All right. Okay, how about this? Yay sports or boo sports?
Yay sports.
Favorite sport?
Basketball.
Nice. Oh man, I don't want to.
My dad, my family's basketball family.
Okay. WNBA or NBA?
I prefer college actually.
But we talking about women's basketball. We talking
regular basketball. Yeah, no.
Thank God.
No.
I love you, but if you're gonna say there's just something about women's basketball that I can't compute with, no disrespect.
Nah, it's boring to me.
Difficult. And I have a cousin who's really good at it, and she's like, still thinks she's a dude and tries to cross people up. I'm like, dude, just stop. Just stop. I'm so sorry. Emilio told me this too once. I'm just kidding. All right, moving forward. I'm just kidding. NWA is cool. Steak or fish?
Steak.
Favorite cut of steak?
Ribeye.
Nice. West Coast rap or East Coast rap?
West Coast. Yeah.
Why'd you say it like that?
Because I had to think where Tupac was from.
All right. So, what's your favorite Tupac song?
Oh no!
You can't say Tupac and not. You should know this.
Dude,
come on.
I know the rhythm, but I don't know the song.
Give us the rhythm at least, then.
And the lights shining. Dun, dun. I don't know.
That's not Tupac, dude.
Maybe it's not. Maybe I don't know. I thought it was.
Were you fucking? We're playing basket.
No.
We're playing that song right now.
No.
I heard it.
No, it's something about the lights coming off or something like that.
Okay, we're
I
gonna
see your lights shining through. Okay, never mind. Not Tupac. I don't know. I'm not good with knowing who sings songs.
You said never mind. Not Tupac.
Eminem. Fine. Mockingjay, whatever. Mockingbird.
Oh
that
my God.
song.
Okay, that was a good song. That song makes me cry. I'm not gonna lie. Don't make fun of me. All right, here we go. Move forward. Wow, that was great. All right, little word association. First thing to come to mind: milk,
Cookies.
cocoa,
Block.
FedEx shipping,
Meh.
stack. What? Oh, I got meh. Okay, stuck shed.
Soak.
First time ball python breeder.
Good luck.
Instagram trolls.
Ignore them.
Coolest reptile podcast in the world.
Trap talk all day, every day.
Emilio, what you got?
One's got to go. I might ask you for two. Fuck it. Let's do
That's
two.
not fair.
Let's do two. And you got to answer, okay? You got to make a decision.
Okay.
All right. Two got to go. I'm going to give you a list. Labrador albino, pied, sunset, ultramel, and clown.
Those are all the ones I got.
Yeah, you got it. You got to make a decision.
He doesn't make these easy, just so you know.
Shit. Two, clown, and ultramel.
Clown and ultramel.
Wow, dude, that's brutal.
Fine, no. Okay, yeah, I'm keeping it. That's whatever.
I'm with Big Mike on this one. Sunset Lav are hitting the fucking road. They're hitting the pavement for sure. And I don't mean my pavement that I have. I mean like the actual concrete. They're getting the fuck out of here. Damn. I love it though. Christa, we had just under 100 people tapped in on your show tonight. All right. What do you have to say to everyone in here who loved tonight's episode, but just everyone in here just wants to just see you do good? What do you have to say to all your supporters out there?
Yeah, thank you all for being here. Hope you learn something as we talked about in this episode. I think it's really important. So I hope you all kind of got our enthusiasm and love for this industry and that you can carry it on in your everyday life. So.
And by the way, Little Bow Wow is the person you want to say next time as far as your favorite rapper, because that was we playing basketball. Hey, dude, seriously, I enjoyed this, and I cannot wait to bring you back someday for round 2. For anyone out there who just wants to be on top of your productions in the future or just kind of see what's going on in your journey, is Instagram the best way to follow you?
Yep, Instagram.
Neuro-Fi Exotics, right?
Yep.
All right. That link's in the description below. And that's a wrap for my homegirl, our homegirl, Christa. But guys, give it up for Neuro-Fi Exotics, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you guys. So much fun.
Hey, good job, dude. Honestly, you killed it. And we'll talk to you soon. We always do. We talk to you fucking every day. So see you later, homie.
See ya.
Peace.
Thanks, guys.
Woo, dude. I give her props.
Better come correct when it comes to Sunset. She's gonna come after you.
Yeah, but honestly, you got to come correct on Tupac too. I'm just saying. She was like, hey, fuck it. I'm not gonna say. She said, forget it, not Tupac. I loved it. That was great. What a good episode, man. I love it, man. Like I said, I asked you earlier about how you feel about this segment, and I love Thursday nights, but man, this is one of my most exciting segments because the future is really bright with the people who are really putting in the work, the effort, the passion behind what we do, man. Because, dude, listen, I'm all up for fun, all right, but don't fuck with my lifestyle. And I'm the same with you, bro. Like, don't ever try to make what we do look bad ever. You know what I'm saying? Because we're like, if what we do saved my life, I can only imagine how many other lives it could save. That's all.
This is our life.
Seriously.
Fine. And we're going to defend it. So.
And all we got to do is focus on the people who are on that level as far as, the passion. What it leads down to is the passion by the animal, man. And passion you don't need to tell somebody you're passionate. It shows. It really does. And I don't know how many people that you've already had join the V Unit family and even the Trap family, but man, so many passionate people out there by the animals. And that's why I'm like, man, there's so much stuff to be excited about, stuff that's relevant and stuff that is only going to make this hobby bigger, industry bigger, right?
And at the end of the day, our job is, and it's also part of my passion to help, people succeed and really enjoy this reptile breeding or reptile lifestyle, that we have. I mean, to help them make themselves happy, like we've been able to make ourselves happy, if that's what you're looking for,
Yeah.
So.
I know with one way to kind of shit on negativity or the negative situations in what we do is just focusing on the positive and killing it just by keeping it relevant like we do. Because I mean, bro, we don't miss, and this has just been a great experience with you every time we bring someone on, and Chris is great though. I think it's great, and I encourage any more females out there to reach out. Let me know if you're a female out there. You're like, yo, I'm killing it, MJ. What's good? Hit me up or hit Emilio up. I want more girls to be
super smart, getting her PhD. Bro, it doesn't get any better than that.
Hella boss.
Cancer research. Yep.
Boss.
And she loves the animals and is in the reptile game. So,
yep.
I don't know.
A lot of good things, man.
That's pretty normal to me.
Yeah, Jalen Turner, UFC fighter. Pretty normal to me. Anyways, good show. Emilio, just had shy of 100 people tonight. What do you got to say to all the homies and just maybe first-time viewers who tapped in? Anyone who loved this episode tonight, what do you have to say to everyone, bro?
Oh, thank you for all the support. If you need anything, hit us up, me or MJ. And, we got you.
Villarino Reptiles on IG. When you do go to Villarino Reptiles, hit that subscribe button. Join the V Unit family. We do have meetings that we're going to get cracking here again. Just, fucking Sunday. I mean, life has been kind of crazy at the beginning of this year, but we're going to get We're gonna get back on the animal. Obviously, you doing shows too. I can't, like, man, shows are pretty. Like I said, it's a demanding thing, right? So, but now you're gonna be on a little break here soon. So we get to. Do you know when the next show that you're gonna do is? Like, what's the agenda of your next show?
My next show is February 10th. It's a 1 day, so we've got 3 weeks where, you know, if you're available, we could do 3 straight Zoom calls.
For sure, we'll do it. We'll make it happen. Have a good night, bro. Appreciate you. And guys, give it up for the big dog, Top G, Big E, Emilio Villarino. All right, bro. Have a good night. Woo! Good episode. Dude, my humidity is like through the roof right now. And I'm pretty sure it's because of the flood, but there's no water in here. I'm just fucking sweating balls. My animals probably love it. No spraying tonight. Guys, if you enjoyed tonight's episode and you're really excited about the new breeders coming to this segment and you're just happy to be in the hobby, hit that like button, man. Get the likes up. Drop a comment too. Let me know what you're most excited about being in the reptile hobby. Drop that in the comment section. All right. And I might have a cool trap shirt or something cool for you to send. All right. But also, I just want to say thank you to anyone out there who shows this podcast the love and support that you do, because, man, I'm really happy to be a part of this, and it's really awesome. So enjoy the rest of your night. I appreciate you. Remember, Trap Talk Reptile Podcast is 3 times a week: Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays. Tomorrow, All in the Tree Tuesdays. We're going to be talking about the arboreal species. All right, we have green tree pythons. We have other species of arboreal snakes we're going to be getting to tomorrow with the homie Kenny. So just set your reminder. All right. We got my big dogs, Bill Stiegel and Marshall Mendez, my co-hosts. Can't fuck with that. You kidding me? So it's all going to go down 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And then Thursday, as I mentioned on the show, we have the homie Lenny from Demonic Reptiles. Go to Demonic Reptiles on IG. Go follow him. His memes are they are so funny. But head over there. Check out his stuff. Be ready, because Thursday night is going to be quite the episode. And I have a secret guest. Somebody you guys are going to be really happy to see. So set your reminder for that. 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Enjoy your night. Be happy. Seriously, enjoy your night. Be happy. Love yourself. Love each other. Have a good night. See you at the top. And that's a wrap for this episode 442 in the books. And I'm out. Cheers.